Okay. Alrighty then. We are in the saddle. All right. Here we go. Oh wait, maybe this should be obsidian. Yeah, let's make this top layer obsidian. So how's everybody been? Did you all enjoy No Life? I hope so. Doing something? Okay, take care, someone else. Come back soon. I hope you all enjoyed No Life as much as I did shooting it and being a part of it. Even if it was absolutely crazy. We all got so lucky, by the way, with that. Because, like, the people who were hunting us down, they weren't terribly great at it, but, like, I genuinely felt threatened the whole time. And, like, damn. they were something. Hey, Space Nerd. Hey, Puff. Y'all doing okay? There we go. Quartz pillars. Man, it was something. No Life was good. Yes, it was. I'm surprised the episode, like, not just the shooting, but like the I feel like I actually kind of could put a little bit of good, just a little bit of decent quality into it for a change. So I don't know. Yeah, I was in the Nether a lot. That's true. I didn't like the fact that I had to camp out in the Nether. But I felt like that was the only strategy that I could employ that would actually win me anything. Because, I mean, there's no way in hell I'm going up against 3 or 4, depending on how badly ambushed I get. There's no way I'm going up against 3 or 4 other players simultaneously. Like, that's not happening. Hell no. I'm not winning if that happens. And it's just like, best I can do is hope to catch them off guard and go from there. Right there. And it turned out that that wasn't really necessary. I'm glad they saw me now that I'm looking back on it and thinking about it. I'm glad they knew that I did that I was there waiting for them with a bed and like a choke point and all that. Because I think that deterred them quite a bit from bothering with me. Whereas otherwise, I think they would have been all too happy to try and find me in the Nether. Because Clown had an elytra. He was legit. He was scary. I'm fairly certain he could have killed me even with that elytra on him. So I don't know. That would have been something. I didn't want to mess with Clown Pierce. Exactly. Exactly. I thought of this after the fact, so it may not have mattered. I thought about it where I was somewhat close to a lava lake. What I could have done was, if I encountered any of them, retreat too far away to that lava lake or to that area, and then throw a pearl into the lake. Because they didn't have pearls, at least not initially. They didn't have a whole lot of them. And my idea was to chug my fire resistance potion that I got from piglin bartering and just have them lose me in the lava. Because they wouldn't really be able to, reasonably follow me. And maybe I could, I don't know, go somewhere. I don't know, something. I could have maybe made a decent situation out of something bad, if that is indeed how that went. However, I believe it was Kingaros, had a gold apple, a god apple. And so, I don't know Because he could have just ate that sucker and followed me. At which point, all bets are off. So who really knows how that might have gone? Personally, you know, projecting power and just having people not mess with you is generally the best tactic. That generally keeps you alive. When your opponent is fucking Kingaros or someone else equally as scary, the projection of power is more important than the possession of power, I believe. So at the very least, I didn't actually have to confront anyone and fight and put that theory to the test. And ultimately, it didn't cost me any lives, so... yeah, I'm alright with that. Like, not fighting is the best tactic. And I saw Poncho Hamster. You're afraid of Clownpierce ending everybody and the server and finishing the series. Oh god, I hope not. Well, to be fair, your tactic that you showed me using the minecart thing, that's really good. So I will definitely be taking use of that. I don't know if it'll be enough, but we'll see. At the very least, it should maybe buy me some time in some fights. I don't know. King Gross's return was glorious. Yeah, he didn't get to do much of anything, unfortunately. I don't know if King Gross tried or what. I don't know. We'll probably see him if we do another season. We'll probably see him then. Because realistically, King Gross... I don't know. I don't know what's going through King Gross's head. I don't know what King Gross's life is like or what... you know, what position he's in to be able to do stuff like that. So who knows? He may not be capable of saddling an entire series like that. Who knows? I can't really speak for him. But yeah, in other news, you really only talk from experience. Yeah. King Gross was in episode 3. You may have missed it because I never had any run-ins with him. But Orsund had a VOD for his stream, and it's on his Twitch. So you can very easily go find it. Oh shit. That would be stack 20 without air. Nope. $22 without air. There we go. So yeah, fun, and the sun. That's what we all had. God damn, that was a nerve-wracking session. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm so happy it ended. 'Cause, like, none of us knew if... I mean, we knew they were gonna be wiped, and the fighters weren't... the hunters weren't gonna be an issue. But, like... we had no idea who would do what. Still don't know, because Clownpierce is on one life. So we'll see. I do have an idea. Oh wait, shit, I wanted to do that. I do have an idea for how I want to fight should, you know, things come to that. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal what that is. You'll just have to wait and see if I ever get the chance to employ the fighting ability. Okay, if I want to teach you other techniques, early game friendly manhunt scenarios. Okay. But yeah. It was something. Yeah, you might have to teach me some of that stuff, Poncho. I did devise a bit of a fortress thing, a small bunker. So we'll have to see. I did test it a tiny bit in single player. It works. It'll keep me safe so that I can fight back, as it were. But all in all, I'm thinking that this is going to be as much a how lucky will you get kind of thing as it will be, you know, as it will be an actual all-out fight. Luck will definitely play a part. That is for sure. And I don't mind saying this. I don't know that it'll ever come to this, because obviously we may or may not be. I'm sure we're winding down, but like we probably got another 2 or 3 episodes before it's all said and done. But that said, like if it comes down to it, if I've got hopefully 2 lives, I want to keep, 2 lives. If I've still got that, I don't mind one bit attempting to take people out by like suicide bomb. If there's only like one other person left and I've got 2 lives and they've got 1 life, I don't mind at all suiciding and taking a life, my own life, to exhaust the life or the last life of someone else. I don't mind at all employing something like that, like a suicide bed bomb or spawn anchor bomb, whichever. So I don't know. Oh, hey, Lord Baddock. Yeah, you haven't been here in a while, man. We are on episode 98. 2 more episodes. Ooh. I can't believe it. I will have done 100 episodes of this. Building with Jack. Isn't it amazing? Oh yeah, it's going to be great. Now, episode 100 won't really be too different from this. You'll just see me doing, the usual. However, I will also do a bunch of stats and tallying and things at the end of episode 100. And then I will make a cinematic of the entire base as it stands today. Because the last cinematic I made was before, that was what? November, December of 2020. So like, that's a year and some change worth of progress that just is not reflected in the currently very poopy cinematic that I made over a year ago. So, I need to update it and make a better one and show it off to people that way. Here's hoping, anyway. Its biggest spoilers already reveal what could be worse. Well, no, I wouldn't say that was really a spoiler, Puff. You just have to see the episode. You'll be alright. 98 episodes, yep. I can't believe I've stuck with it this long. Like, when I got to episode 100 and something of Anarchy Skyblock, I just kind of gave up on it. Though, to be fair, I felt like I did everything that I set out to do. That really kind of contributed to me having fatigue with that series. Just because there wasn't anything left to achieve. And even with 1.18, there's still nothing to achieve with that series. So I don't know. Sorry, Anarchy Skyblock enthusiasts, you may not ever get that finale. I don't know. Even with the new build height increase, like, I can't really say there's something that amazing about it, I think Anarchy Skyblock was like, it ran its course, it did its part to get me into making stuff again. And that's really all that it was there to do anyway. Trying to keep my theming on point. Damn it, I missed this section here. There we go. I'm gonna do the cinematic live or just play it. No, I'm just gonna nobody will see any of that. You will just see the cinematic when I make it. When it gets uploaded here, you'll just be able to watch it. It won't have anything to do with anything or anyone in particular. You'll just have a little YouTube notification and, oh, there's Jack's cinematic. That's it. Sad news for Anarchy Skyblock. Yeah, I know. It'll be okay. You guys, you'll make it. Well, Leviton would suggest visiting the ruins of Space Valkyrie. Yeah, I know, Thori. I was so blown away when you showed me what you'd found. Like, fuck. There's so much there that I would not have guessed is still there. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, that's not gonna work out. But yeah, the sheer amount of just, like, untouched land. There's just so much of the disc that is just... Who cares? Like, no one wants to grief that. I think it's because it's filled with water. In all honesty, because I intentionally filled it with water, knowing that it would be a difficult thing to get rid of. But I'm surprised nobody's griefed the parts of the disc that that was at the third site. Because there's still so much. Even at the third site, there's still so much left that nobody's touched. Okay, let me go out here and tailor this selection. Yeah, like, the fact that you can even walk around on the disc still is just like, you people are falling down on the job, like, you know. This was supposed to be non-existent. Like, everything was supposed to be destroyed. What happened? And it just didn't. Smart to fill it with water. Well, the idea wasn't to make it ungriefable by filling it with water. It was to make it the water highway, so that you could zoom around at high speed, you know, swimming and stuff to get around the disc. And that kind of worked. But, I don't know. Side effect was griefing it was that much more difficult. So I don't know. It's one of those things. I guess it's just because the central pillar was the thing everybody focused on. That's the part of Space Valkyrie that everybody is the most familiar with. At least for now, until I get the opportunity to change their minds. So as a result, it's not the sort of thing people stop to consider. Everything else, I don't know. The disc was just so empty. Just isn't anything there to grief yet. So I don't really blame anyone for not touching the place. I knew that would just barely touch. Ooh. Yeah, they just barely kiss. Perfect. I'll take it. Or wait. Okay, yeah, this is correct. Okay, cool. Building's coming along great. This building isn't nearly as jank as I expected it to be. Wunderbar. Okay. So anyway, drifted to the ground out of... Oh, yeah. You're stoked when you got there to majority of intact, astonished. Then you visited the other side. It was fun. Glad you recorded it. You died. Oh. You died. The donkey died too? Dude, that was one of the last donkeys in the end. Rip that. Oh, that's so sad to hear, Thori. Hey, Obotify. Hey, Pixelated Breeden. How are y'all? But yeah, hearing about one of the last end donkeys finally biting the dust. Oh shit, fuck. I did a bad. Maybe it was here. But yeah, hearing about one of the last end donkeys dying, that makes me sad. That's odd. Was it not over here? Oh, it's over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes right here. But, oh well, what can you do, you know? Oh, good, so they don't touch. Okay, I thought that was weird that they touch. Bad touch. But yeah. Oh well, I imagine, you know, all the animals and all the villagers and shit that were moved into the end over the last several years, I imagine there would come a day when all that shit got purged just because of people callously or carelessly killing them, not worrying about it, not knowing that it's such a pain to get villagers and what's-its out there. Oh well, I've washed my hands of the place, so I don't give a shit. Anyway, putting some sort of fan art of me on my skateboard. Okay, cool. Well, don't make it of me, the character. Make it of like Space Valk 1 or something. Something more recognizable. I'm not against fan art of me. Most people barely know what I look like right now. My player character, that is. You'll understand what that character is later on when I eventually get done with the art project that I have been... Unfortunately, I've had to put that project on hold because of a video that I've been doing. No, not No Life. It's a different video. But it will be really fucking good when I'm done. I got done with making the subtitles for it last night. And I've been doing No Life recording and editing and stuff all day today, and thus have not had the chance okay, undo, rotated 180, now paste it. Okay, now I want to stick this bad boy on the back end here. Gecko Lizard is canon to video game Portal. Well, I don't know about that. I think that was more a shitty, cheap cash-in than anything else. I wouldn't really say that's canon. Yeah, I have my shirt. Do you, did you not get your shirt, Poncho? I hope you did, if you ordered one. To toot my own horn, but I still like the ending. Okay, just going black, yeah. The ending was great. I mean, I didn't see any problems with it. Okay. I think I can slot this in the back area where I wanted to put it. But anyway, so let us get on with the questions. Now then, how was it to start on 2B2T, the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft? My start on 2B2T was quite rough. I didn't have anything. Nobody obviously knew who I was. I routinely tried to get, like, bed, a farm, stuff like that around spawn. And, like, I just couldn't make anything stick. It didn't occur to me at that point in time what a hack client even was. So, of course, the reason I wasn't getting anywhere is because I didn't have a hack client and everybody else did. So the thing of it was, I was never going to be successful on 2B2T that way regardless, because I just didn't get it. I didn't understand that you got to have a hack client to some degree. You got to know what's going on. There wasn't even like any real politics or drama like there is today. It was more of a, you need to know how to survive in a wasteland. And I just didn't at the time. I was very bad at surviving. Like, one of the big things that I hated about that era, it was 1.1 and then 1.2. One of the big things I hated was that I could not hold on to 30 levels, or to 50 levels, excuse me. I couldn't hold on to 50 levels to save my life. Enchanting anything was a giant pain in the ass because I could never stay alive long enough. Because I was bad at the game, that's all it was. I was not the Minecraft man, Mine Man God, or whatever, that I am today. I was a very far cry from it. And, yeah, I sucked. Like, there's not much else you can say about it. When you gotta get good, you just gotta get good. Remember, this was early 2012. I didn't have a hack client. I didn't have extensive experience with the game. I didn't know hardly anything about how the game functioned. Like, I knew things like, oh, well, you know, I knew statistics about the game, you know. I looked shit up on the wikis. But I was never, like, I didn't know anything about packets. I didn't know anything about multiplayer, net protocol. I didn't know any of that shit. I was very much a complete layman when it came to figuring out how the game worked and why. Because the most I had ever done by that point was just build in single player. So naturally, and I built in single player for a year. Yeah, about a year. And I had no significant contact with anybody for a long time. And the problem with that is, I didn't have any idea what the hell was what. You know, I was ignorant. And when you're ignorant to something, it can easily be used against you. In my case, however, it wasn't that things were used against me. It was more of a, I didn't get how everything worked, and I sucked at the game. I could barely complete a build. I felt like I was trash at the game. And it just took the crucible of 2B2T to fix that. There's just no getting around it. The only solution is to get good, and that takes time and effort. And people, when they need to get good, people don't ever really want to sink time or effort into whatever it is they got to get good at. In my case, however, I couldn't turn away from how appealing 2B2T was. The unbound freedom that I got from just being able to fuck around at spawn and just kill people. Or, I don't know, anything. Like, whatever struck my fancy, I could do it. That was something that I valued, even at that in that day and age when I didn't really understand what would make 2B2T so amazing. And well, I just kind of grew. It was a good experience to find 2B2T when I did. I can wholly say, completely and totally, that I was helped. And that I grew as a player and as a person by having 2B2T in my life when I had it. I wouldn't change it for anything. Not having 2B2T, like, that would have been such a missed opportunity if I'd never joined or if I had quit at any time before I quit. How am I so good with building? I just don't worry about it. I just do whatever I want. What was it, 45? Yeah. Like, I can tell if you're OCD about building, you need to learn to let go. A lot of the times, OCD players, they aren't in control of themselves enough. And everything is, it's a matter of control for them. You don't have control over yourself, so you got to have perfect control over your environment. And perfect control over anything is an illusion. And the sooner you understand and accept that, the easier it becomes to, ironically, become the master of your environment. Like this place, how do I do this? I don't know, I just slap blocks together. I don't give a fuck. Throw this here, throw that there, do it. Just don't worry about it. Do what comes natural. Don't sweat the small stuff. Sometimes sweating the small stuff just gets in the way. You lose sight of what makes something good when you get obsessed over details that barely anyone's going to notice. That's the thing. Like, in your case, you're OCD about your building. Well, guess what? Nobody else is going to be OCD about your building the way you will. That's not a good thing. Because that means that no one will understand why you did what you did at any one detail in your build. No one will get you. They'll only ever see what they want to see in it. And so, 3, 4, 5. So, you got to kind of take yourself out of the equation, basically. Like I said, you have to understand you don't have much control over anything. Like, it's okay to just let go. Not worry about life. This is a release. This is a, you know, this is like Tai Chi for me. I just go. And then I babble on and on and on about bullshit that nobody cares about because you people are kind enough to give me wonderful questions about, you know, how'd you start on 2B2T and things of that nature. That shit, that works, you know? I find it works. You're waking work toward writing paper and art. Yeah, exactly. It's a good way to function, isn't it, Charcoal? Sound like a Zen Samurai Sensei dude. Well, I mean, honestly, if you're not working toward being Zen Samurai or whatever, however you define Zen for yourself, if you're not working toward that, what are you working toward? What are you going for? What are you trying to achieve? Who knows? Centering yourself does work wonders, by the way. Learning how to best center yourself amidst chaos. Learning how little control you have over the world and just accepting it. Ironically, gives you more control over yourself and the world. I can't explain why. It just does. Jack, would I destroy all copies of Space Falc 3 to become Pop Bob? No. Why would I want to become someone as unfortunate as Pop Bob? Oh, wait. I can't see myself wanting to become Pop Bob. That's too much. Okay, rotate 90. Flip. And then rotate it 180. And if I've brained this correctly, when I paste, this should paste perfectly in place. Viola. And then I can do it again here, because this should also slot into place. Hey, it's like I'm kind of a genius. It's like I'm a smart person or something. No, I'm not. I assure you, if you believe that I'm a genius, you have mistaken me. If anything, I am a person who has, through rote practice, figured out how to make things work. I guarantee you most people... Oh, fuck. See? Undo. I guarantee you most people whom the outside to whatever, you know, thing you're thinking of, I guarantee you most people who are thought of as geniuses are in fact just people who poured a ton of work into something and figured out how to predict the patterns and make them work for them. And that most people just don't, because they're the outsider looking in. They just don't get what those patterns are. They don't know what they are. They don't know how to recognize them, so they fail to adequately understand and make it work for them. So they don't get anywhere. But in reality, it's Less a matter of how smart you are and more a matter of how much work have you poured into something. How much effort are you willing to put into becoming good? I'll never forget this. I'm a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! For those of you who haven't heard me rant about or talk about that. Obviously, I try to keep that to a minimum because this isn't really about Yu-Gi-Oh! Most of the time. But something really kind of struck a chord with me many years ago. And I can't believe this was many years ago, but God, does time fly. So I was watching the 2018 national champion of the world's national champion of Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the interviewers, when he won the world's champion, they basically asked him, you know, what's your regimen? What do you do? And he basically said, I'm constantly thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm constantly thinking about how to get better at the game, what to do, how this, how that, whatever. And that's when it dawned on me, and this was in 2018, so I was... Fucking hell, that was close. God fucking damn it. Anyway, my thumb hit my mug and nearly spun it off into the ground. Anyway, and so it occurred to me at that moment, I was building on Space Valk 3 at that time. I was building on the copy, so the third site. And it dawned on me, oh shit, that's me, but with Minecraft. He's constantly thinking about Yu-Gi-Oh! And how to improve his game. He's constantly practicing and doing. I'm constantly building and thinking about Minecraft. Oh hey, there's probably a correlation. You get good at something by constantly doing it for a very long time. And they also asked him how long he'd played the game for. He'd been playing the game since he was like 12. That was in like 2002. So he was about my age. At the time. White stained glass 100. And like, yeah, he was my age. Just about. Maybe a year or two younger. And it just was like, yeah, wow. That is indeed the recipe for success many a time. You pour hundreds or thousands or whatever of man hours into something. You review, you think, you practice, you do, you constantly obsess. You have it playing on loop in the back of your mind almost 24/7. 4, 5. And you just embrace it. That is your life. And you're okay with that. And yeah, as a grown-ass man of 32 years, I am perfectly content to constantly be thinking about Minecraft. I've been playing this game for 12 years. I haven't stopped. I came to terms with it as an addiction a long time ago. I realized I was addicted in like May 2010. And I was just like, oh yeah, I am addicted. Oh well. And I was like, it's not really interrupting my daily life. I can function. You know, it's not doing me harm. If anything, it's done me nothing but good. Like, I've never let it absorb me to the point where I can't function as an adult. And I'm just enjoying the ride. And I suggest you do the same. Of course, you don't have to do it with Minecraft. You can do it with whatever you're personally obsessed with. But yeah, like, having that level of passion for something gets people motivated. Like, I watch a lot of people who call themselves makers on YouTube. These are people who do like woodworking, resin casting, people like Adam Savage who constantly build whatever crazy thing pops into their head. And like, they have that similar passion. I've seen them speak with similar gusto and conviction to just whatever it is that they happen to be doing at the time. And they're constantly learning, they're constantly branching out and doing and thinking and feeling their limits and fielding what they're capable of and so on and so forth. And like, yeah, that's me, but with Minecraft. And this place is, I don't know, my testing ground? experimental grounds, my canvas. Like, so many people have likened me to Bob Ross. Like, well, I guess at this point, all I do is just like, if it's good, it's good. I keep it. I do whatever. And if it's bad, I get rid of it and do something else. And if I enjoy the ride, all the more, you know? It's better to do than not to do. You know, everybody's got to do something with their lives. 2, 3, 4, 5. And it always kind of blows me away that just despite me just fucking around and throwing blocks together, that there are people out there who are like, yeah, you inspired me to do this. You inspired me to do that. Like, I still can't believe there are people who I've inspired out there. That doesn't feel real. Oh, Brother Band, thank you for subscribing, man. Welcome aboard. Bro, why building 1.16? We don't know if 2B... I'm not going to 2B2T. I'm never going back to 2B2T. I don't care about it. 2B2T is irrelevant now. To me, anyway. I really wish 2B2T hadn't fallen as badly as it has, but it has, and I gotta deal with that. I gotta accept that 2B2T will never be that way, the way that I remember it in 2014, 2015, 2013. That's just how it is. This is the way it is. This is the way it goes. 3, 4, 5. Like, I've moved on. I'm building 1.16 because I can. 3, 4, 5. Okay. There's no reason to try and build this on 2B2T, at least not from my perspective. And again, I invite anyone to try if they so wish. I'm not about to stomp on anyone's hopes or dreams. You wanna take a shot at making this place, you go right ahead. But as for me, I'm gonna continue on to the newer versions. I'm really still like not happy that House just kind of perpetually kept 2B2T on 1.12. Because he wouldn't have fucking done that 5 years ago. He would have updated us without a second thought and been like, oh, there's lag, deal with it. Deal with it, cucks. And we would have. That's the thing. We would have dealt with it. We would have been all right. We wouldn't have gone postal and been all like, oh my god, House, the lag. I mean, yeah, there would have been people who complained, sure, but like, we would have carried on. You know, where do you think the born in the lag meme came from? Like, it was true. There were some versions that were so bad. Like 1.3. I can specifically remember 1.3 and 1.4.6 being so terrible that for just an entire second or two at a time, a lag spike would cause the TPS to go from 18 or 20 to 0. And you just had to deal. Or no, it wasn't 1.4, it was 1.6. That was it. 1.6.4. I can remember it being that bad. And it sucked. I didn't want that to be our reality, but it was, and we made do. So I don't know. Housemaster torpedoed the server. I'm not really like not Housemaster. George Bush 420, whoever the fuck he is. He torpedoed the server. They, I don't know. I've heard that 2B2T is a company of some kind. They thoroughly ruined it. Like, people ruined it. The excessive influx of people that just never ended. We could not keep the server as it was, and so we lost it. That's how it is. Never asked this, but people ask me this a million times. What do I do? What do you mean, like for a living, or just in general? Right now, I'm trying to be a streamer full time. What I used to do was I used to work at a pharmacy on an old folks' home, a nursing home campus, is what it was. I worked there for about 8 years. And then I got tired of my boss and fucked off, and God, it felt so good to be free of that place. And that was last August. So I've been doing this ever since, pretty much. Two, three, 4, 5. Whoa. Okay, cool. I don't know that I want an internal beam that just divides the internal area. Let's see here. Can you build it with me? No, you can build it on your own. If you intend to build this place on 2B2T, it's you. Good luck. You'll need it. Actually, I think I want this there. Oh, actually, this isn't the real Jack. Wake up. No, it's the real Jack. I have to stop my art. My mechanical pencil ran out of graphite. Oh. Yeah, that's the one downside of mechanical pencils. They're usually really good for drawing, but, like, terrible. Because the leads on, at least in my experience, they keep fucking snapping on me. 5. I would love to have a mechanical pencil lead that cannot break. That would be dope as shit. Somebody make that happen. Make me a mechanical pencil that cannot snap. What was the last stack? 45, okay. Oh well. Still haven't watched Fit's video with Ninja. Pretty intrigued. Oh, I don't care to. I was just thinking to myself earlier, oh yeah, did Fit put out a video this week? 4, 5. I hadn't actually heard anything. Because normally when he does, if it's important, I hear about it. Nobody said anything, so it's probably not anything decent. Or anything all that interesting. I don't know. Do I get money from donations? Yeah, of course. YouTube takes its cut, and then I get whatever's left over. It's not much, but you know it'll do. The idea is to get monetization and the general stuff to be a little higher. Viewer attendance, viewer engagement, all that other stuff as well. I'm trying, I don't feel like I'm the most entertaining person in the world, but I try to give my thoughts every now and then. If I put end rods on the ceiling, I could make a starry sky. Yeah, I suppose I could. I don't know. At least the illusion. Yeah, maybe. Get the Uniball one. Uniball mechanical pencil? Might have to look into that. Where's Rick when you need him for mechanical lead? Yeah, I know. Okay. Rotates the lead, which keeps it sharp and is really cool. Oh, really? Huh. It's horrible. The lead and the mechanical pencils at school actually banned them because they break so easily. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Mechanical pencils are very cheap because they can generally get away with very bad materials that, make the pencil. I'm going to turn this to obsidian. Now then, if I invited Hermitcraft, would I go? Probably not. I don't know. That's... I don't feel like I would be a good fit for Hermitcraft, personally, but I don't know. That's such a unlikely what if. Like, it isn't even worth entertaining the idea. I have thought about doing other things, though. But I don't want to, like, give away plans or ideas. I don't know. How much did I make from the Fit merch? I can't disclose, but it was a decent sum. It was a much needed, very helpful sum of money. I'm sworn to secrecy on that, though. I cannot disclose what I made. It was a good amount. Don't worry. Like, I would totally do another Fit merch thing if he would let me again. So yeah, mine wasn't cheap. You spent 50 Australia on it because it was really... Oh yeah, I know. Well, I mean, good anything is going to run you a decent amount of money. Like, there's no getting around that. Most mechanical pencils you'll buy in your average store are not going to be high quality. You probably will have to go to a art supply store or something of that nature. But like I said, you know, you can't help it. I kind of want to have this jutting out a little bit. Just a little bit. Just to see how it would look. Maybe on just one wall as a test. I don't know. Do I play any Call of Duty? No, I have never touched Call of Duty in my life. I don't intend to ever start now. I cannot stand Call of Duty. It ruined the first-person shooter formula. And the fact that they keep making 50 million clones of it is just like, damn. If you want a real first-person shooter, Doom, Half-Life, Quake, and the original Halo. Those are good shooters that, like, actually do it right. They do the franchise or the genre justice. Most every other shooter is just very meh, or is like one of the arena shooters that have, for some reason, become so ungodly popular. Your Fortnites, your Valorants, your Apexes. Those are also trash, but for completely different reasons. Because they have no soul. Like, I pity Apex players because they're not going to be able to play that game in 50 years. Whereas I guarantee you I can go back and play the original Half-Life or any number of mods. I can play Doom. In 50 years, I'll still be able to play the original Halo, the original Quake. Like, all that shit will be perpetually available and there because that shit will stand the test of time. But your Apexes, your Valorants, your Titanfalls, your Fortnites, all that, that's all going to be completely and utterly irrelevant within 10 years. Within 10 years, you will be looked down upon for if you still want to play those games. They won't exist. You will be unable to do anything. Like, it's so funny seeing Apex repeat the histories and same problems as the MUDs and the MMOs of the past. Like, it's laughably terrible how the lessons of history have not been learned. Because, like, so here's something that a lot of people are not familiar with because you're all either Zoomers or early millennials. Or late millennials, I mean. This is something the Gen Xers kind of pioneered. They're called the MUD, Multi-User Dungeon. They don't exist anymore. They are a literal dead genre of video game. They just are not a thing. And the reason is graphical capabilities have just gotten so insanely good that they're obsolete. The multi-user dungeon was the precursor to the modern day MMO. And MMOs, as you well know, are still popular to this day. And their quality varies from MMO to MMO, but for the most part, you know. But see, here's the thing with MMOs and other inferior forms of gaming like that. You don't get to keep any of that. At least with 2B2T or some fuckhead Kidman server or whatever. You have the ability to world download whatever you want. And you can keep it provided you are, you know, adept at backing your stuff up, keeping your data backed up. Provided you do that, you can keep whatever you want from a Minecraft multiplayer server, if you're smart about it. But an MMO, the second that service is done, your shit goes bye-bye. Forever. This goes double for games like these gacha games, Fate Grand Order, what's popular now? Genshin Impact. I pity you. If you want to play Genshin Impact, you better play the fuck out of it now, because you're not going to be able to in 10 to 12 years. The servers, it won't be popular. The servers will shut down, you won't be able to launch the app, and you will be shit out of luck. And if you're lucky, it'll get the vanilla WoW treatment and maybe released as a standalone thing. Maybe. That's a big maybe. How many MMOs are dead that came about in the early to mid 2000s in the wake of World of Warcraft, trying desperately to cash in on World of Warcraft, and have just died quietly in the dark? And I'm sure those MMOs probably had some fans. Likewise, how many shitty third-party gacha games that probably garnered some fans that have just died? Like the Madoka gacha that died, what was it, 2 years ago? The English version of it did. The English fans were just snubbed. If you were an English player, you are shit out of luck. But see, one day that will happen to all of those games. And same goes for these arena shooters. Like, they're all soulless because you can't do anything permanently in them. You have no agency. You are an avatar instead of the player being, or instead of the character you play being your avatar, you, the player, are the avatar for the game. That's the worst kind of situation. That's the worst kind of arrangement. Because much like how the games of yore were truly over or truly off when you press the off switch, when the company presses the off switch, your fun, your memories, your enjoyment that you had with that game is now also off permanently. When the game goes, that's it. It's gone. And if you're lucky, if it's super popular, like World of Warcraft was super popular, then it might get the vanilla WoW treatment. Maybe. Or a bunch of highly autistic fans, and back in the day we used to call these people nerds, might try to brute force reverse engineer the authentication and see if they can't maybe figure out a way to run their own bootleg version, like with Club Penguin, like with Toontown Online. Those games, they got that treatment, but only because they had an incredibly huge following of incredibly autistic people who were like, yes, this game is my childhood. I shall forever play it. You know, fine, fair enough. That's what you want to do. Have at it. But just know, not every game gets that treatment. Valorant might. Apex might. But we'll see. So, yeah. So give me the Half-Lifes, give me the Dooms, the Halos, the Quakes. Give me those games. Give me a game that I can load up, download, and own, that I can come back to in 20 years, 30 years, and enjoy. Just last year, I fired up my Game Boy Advance and played through Metroid Fusion. I could do that. I can do that anytime I want. Yeah, you missed Club Penguin. Exactly, because the people who owned it were like, bye-bye. Now you got to deal with it. And if you don't or can't play the bootleg fan version, what do you do? If you can't get it, if you're region locked or whatever, if you're just technically inept and you just don't know how to run that software, you're fucked. All the back-end stuff that the original game had running, you know, that stuff goes bye-bye. Because with multi-user dungeons, these were the precursor to MMOs. These were basically text-based RPGs, like Ultima, Swords and Sorcery, stuff like that. These were the very, very rudimentary MMOs back in the 90s, before the internet was even really the internet as we know it. And so, these MUDs grew a huge following. And so many companies tried their damnedest to make MUDs popular, and to a degree they succeeded. But inevitably, when these services go bye-bye, the servers hosting the login info, the servers that know how to perform the digital handshake, what do? Nobody, like, the source code to so many of these games are just totally lost to the sands of time. At least with Minecraft, if it fucks up and you're unable to log in, you can just play in offline mode. Or you can get a cracked client and just play that way. And you're not really losing out. You can still play the game. But heaven help you if you are tied, like so many of these esports players, like League of Legends. I pity all the people who are into League of Legends, because one day that game is not going to be accessible. Although, I don't know, League is so fucking popular, it's probably going to get that vanilla bootleg treatment, like WoW did, like Club Penguin did, you know. But so many popular games did not, that I thought for sure would. Or at least they haven't yet. So who knows, only time will tell. But it's a scary world. We live in a digital age where you will almost own nothing and you will be happy. You will enjoy owning relatively little or none because you are partaking in a service, not actually a game. You are partaking in a service that is disguised as a game because you are the avatar, not the game. Your wallet is the avatar in some of these games. That's the worst one. Those are the ones that are predatory. Oh my god. That shit is cancer. Like, that's the gacha game model. That shit is just pure cancer. Seriously, Nintendo Wii community, especially MK Wii, is the epitome of users reviving games. Yes, exactly. But that's not the norm. That's what I'm saying. Things that get absurdly popular or start a cult following, they get that treatment. But games that nobody knows about, or very few people know about, good luck. Your mileage may vary. So I don't know. I don't know how it will end for those. Only time will tell. How does that look? Do I even like this? Kinda. At least with a game like Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the Pokemon TCG, when those trading card games inevitably die, at least you'll still have the cards, those of us who still care to play the games. you'll at least still have the physical cards that you can still find if you can find another person who will, you know, play you. You can still at least do that. You will still have some remnant of the product when all's said and done. In like 100 years, those things will still be around. Ooh, yeah, I kind of like that. I like how that swerves down. Oh, yeah. Thoughts on Fate Go? Again, like I just told you, it's predatory. It's not a game. It's a service disguised as a game, and it tricks people into thinking, you know, there one day there's not going to be a Fate Go. Like, I especially feel bad for the gacha game people, because when those services shut down, you will have spent hundreds of dollars, or thousands in some cases, on pretty PNGs that you will not even be able to access. You will not be able to see those things. You won't be able to look at them. You won't... None of that. Your account will not exist because those services will have shut down. That will be the end of it. And when that happens, rip you. You can't do anything about it. I mean, the problem is, whatever source code is responsible for how those heavy air quotes games function, I guarantee you that shit will remain behind lock and key, or worse, it will rot and decay on some hard drive that will be lost to the sands of time, in which case you'll just never hear from it again. And that'll be it. So I don't know. You play gacha, but you always play free to play. Honestly, that's okay. You're at least not wasting money. But like, even then you will not get anything out of it in the end, because you will lose whatever you do win from the free to play aspect of it. Like, it's essentially a digital casino where you don't win money, you win pretty PNGs of waifus that will one day become inaccessible. It's even worse than a casino, because at least there are rags to riches type stories where people have won money in a casino and have gone on to whatever. And maybe they make something of themselves. Who knows? Maybe they don't. I don't know. But at least the opportunity exists. But yeah, no, if you're a gacha player, you're a cow. You exist to be milked. And then when nobody else is willing to be milked, the series or service will shut down. Yeah. Oh god, NFTs. Holy shit. NFTs are to 2021 and 2022 what the fidget spinner was to 2017. You will hear nothing about it but that subject all this year, and by this time next year, it will be a dead meme. And if you mention NFTs, you will be looked at like you just fell down out of the sky, like you just descended from Mars. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What do you mean NFTs? I cannot wait for the NFT bubble to pop like a 5-cent balloon at a carnival. Okay. But hey, we'll see. You'll remember this day and in exactly 1 year come to the stream. Okay. Sure. Sure. Motherfucker. Undo. Wait a minute. What direction was that facing? Ah, okay. Rotated 180. Now that should do it. Piss. Son of a bitch. Must have been here. There we go. All right. Now I gotta style this internal area here. So yeah, rant over. You'll make an NFT joke. Yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah, I saw the whole message. Anyone who sells a Space Falcon NFT deserves to be laughed off the internet. The only person who'd have such a right is me, and I wouldn't dare try to sell anything as an NFT, let alone my pride and joy. Hell fucking no. Like, you want to scream soulless? I have no moral integrity. I have no dignity. Like, I sell NFTs is a great way to declare how little of that you actually possess. I feel bad for anyone who genuinely, unironically bought into NFTs, because, hoo boy, this is again, it's amazing to see people not learn from history. This is the .com bubble all over again, just not quite as prominent yet. We'll see if it gets that bad or not. All these dumbasses thinking that this is going to be the next gold rush, when in reality they're just wasting their time and money. I can't wait. A lot of hurt feelings are going to pour forth, a lot of butt hurt, when these people realize just how much of a boondoggle this was. You're selling a Jack the Ripper NFT channel, or channel NFT, sorry. Do I know Gary V? I do not. Oh, you're back. You had to do the dishes. Okay, Space Nerd. I see you. You're a responsible person. Actually, I might have to. Who is Gary V? Oh well. So then, next thing here. My favorite breakfast. My favorite breakfast would be coffee. A giant thing of iced coffee. That's my favorite breakfast. Anything that I don't have to worry about intaking calories. I'm good with that. Yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to manually make this one. This side. Whoops. But oh well. I usually eat around 12 to 1 o'clock. That's usually my breakfast because I don't really consume too much. I lead a more sedentary lifestyle than I used to now. And it's not warm enough for me to bother going outside a whole lot. So like my exercise levels have dropped. So I kind of cut back on my calories a lot because I don't need to eat a whole lot right now. And when it gets warm, I'll go out and exercise more, and as a result, need more calorie intake, and so on and so forth, and it'll balance out. Besides, you don't really need to eat breakfast or any sort of thing like that until at least 4 or 5, no later than 4 or 5 hours after you wake up. And that's usually about 1 or 12, somewhere in there. So that tends to, pan out. Saw on Duper's stream. Oh, so you were on Super Duper's stream, huh? Damn it. Tell Fit to train me to gains and become a Giga Chad. I'm good. I don't need to be a Giga Chad. I'm just me. I'm happy just being me. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's open. Like, nobody needs to be a Giga Chad to live. I'm alright just being me. Fit can be Giga Chad, Fit, or whatever people call him if he so desires. I'm sure his obsession with fitness is his own... is something unrelated to all this other stuff. He's been a fitness jock since, like, pretty much since I guess college, high school, I don't know. He's been that way since well before Minecraft was a thing. Come to think of it, Fit started playing this game around the same time I did, or maybe a little earlier. Fit should have a decent amount of stories and stuff to tell as well. Consider face cam. You'd love to see me. Nope. Not doing a face cam, sorry. You might get something, though, later on in the future if my little art project pays off. But, no, I'm never showing you guys my face, sorry. I don't feel like doing it. I don't want to do it. So don't worry about it. You don't need to see my face. My face is not important. Yes, never. At least he still has his 2010 world. Well, I mean, he got lucky in that regard. I lost my stuff in a Minecraft, or all my Minecraft stuff in a hard disk crash. I didn't have a choice in losing my stuff. That just happened to me. I would probably still have a lot of that stuff if that hadn't been the case. Tape 90. Let's try pasting to see where this is. Come on, center. Okay. And so then I just rotate it 180. Should get me there. Cool. Okay. Oh, wait, not that resolution. What do you mean? What was my resolution? Oh, my New Year's resolution. I don't do that shit. That's kiddie shit. I don't care about that. Only normies make New Year's resolutions. For the most part, I'm just going to say that whatever your New Year's resolution is, you're probably not going to do it. Whatever that is. Like, I'm just telling you now, that's probably not going to come true. Because, like, I feel like New Year's resolutions are an excuse to say what you want to have happen in your life, to opine for the change you'd like to see without actually achieving that change. And, yeah, that ain't no way to live your life. I do what I do on a day-by-day basis, and I try to live on a day-by-day basis, and I try to get a little bit better day by day, here, there, and everywhere. I'm not concerned with, you know, making it seem like I'm, you know, this or that, or that I'm gonna, whatever. I will achieve steadily, little by little, go here, go there. I'm not going at a breakneck speed. I'm not in a hurry to get to my goals. I'm enjoying the way. I'm smelling the roses along the way. I'm getting a little better each day. I'm not concerned about, you know, it's not a race, in other words. I'm not showing off or pronouncing it a resolution to do X, whatever. I'm just little by little making my life better, and that's really all I can do anyway. Makes me more mysterious. Nah, I just don't want people recognizing me. I want to have a private life. Like, just all there is to it. Now, if you recognize my voice, that's another thing. I can't do anything about that. But you can definitely, like, use a face and know who you are from that. There we go. I'm definitely not a normal person at all. Also, New Year's resolutions are bad. Most of the time, you don't follow them. Exactly. Why use New Year's as an excuse to do what you wouldn't have done anyway? Like, me personally, I'm just going to do what I do and try to do the best that I can. And that's it. Like, I don't need the turn of the year or a special occasion. I'll just live the best that I can. And that's it. It's really no more complicated than that. You're going to Mississippi, work in every store there for a year until you find someone with my exact one. Well, I don't work in any stores, so you're not going to find me. Unless you mean just like when I randomly go into a Walmart or something. Which is awfully stalkerish if you're doing that exclusively to find me. Whatever. All you do in summer is go swimming, mountain biking, who cares? What else? Yeah, exactly. Just enjoy yourself. You're lucky, space nerd. It's summer for you right now. Enjoy living your life. Don't worry about the rest. I do live in Mississippi. Yes. I'm not going to say where, but I live in Mississippi. That's all you need to know. If I told you more than that, it could possibly be used against me. Not to mention, like, there's just no point. I'm not going to go out of my way to meet up with you. Don't get any silly ideas like that. So yeah. Australian perks also, it has never snowed in your city. Well, yeah, you live probably in a very arid climate, if I had to guess. It doesn't tend to snow in arid places, even when it gets cold. Wait, no. You've heard it's the worst state. Is that true? Not that I've seen. You can never really be sure how bad something is until you actually go there. But that said, I've heard that California is a hellhole of a state if you're a working adult. Because, like, property taxes are high. There's a lot of crime in the big cities. The whole state's terribly in debt. And there doesn't seem to be any sort of incentive to live there other than that you could maybe go to Hollywood or some shit. I don't know. Hollywood's not worth anything anymore anyway. I wouldn't dare go to Hollywood nowadays. I feel so bad for people who are like starstruck, who believe they can go become an actor or actress. Those people are going to get chewed up and spit out. Snow is overrated. You're not wrong. Oh, bye, Faxter. No idea why you dipped. No. Counts good for visiting, not for living. Exactly, Muffin. Exactly. Now then, how advanced am I at redstone and other examples or aspects of Minecraft? I don't know, I'm passingly good at it. I'm not like... I'm a good jack of all trades, like my name implies. I have a lot of experience with a lot of different things, but I'm not really, like, terribly amazing at any one thing. I would say building is my strongest suit, but I can do other things too. I'm just kind of, you know... I'm a dude who dabbles in most things that I enjoy dabbling in. If that makes sense. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. Just is what it is. Whoops. Ooh. Wanted to be an actor when you were younger, but you're glad to not count. Oh yeah, I know, right? You wouldn't have been good as an actor because, realistically, people with talent don't tend to waste it in a place like Hollywood. People who are corrupt want to go to Hollywood to, like, find, you know, find ways of making making child slavery work for them and other unscrupulous things, shall we say. Oh, I love it. I love how well this building came together. I didn't have much of any idea what I was going to do with it. And now look at it. It's just so pretty. I really feel like this building came together. Got a decent amount of interior space. Oh, shit. Lots of places that I haven't put glass where I ought to. But I know it's not overrated. Jack the Ripper. Oh, thank you, Puff. You flatter me. I know you're just speaking flattery because you can, but, you know. 4x4 door or 9x9 for Space Falcon would be cool. Really? The problem with doors that big is finding the space to put them. Because they require so much excess circuitry and stuff around them. Fitting them snugly into a place requires a lot of planning. And the 3x3 door is just so compact and does what I want it to do anyway. I don't have to give a shit. There was a door style that I wanted to try at some point. I might try to make it work. I don't know. But it also requires a lot of outside excess space on the outsides around the doorway itself. And like I said, if you don't plan for that, you can't just stick a door like that anywhere. They have to have an extremely dedicated, well-built frame to make it work, and you have to allot for the space and the junk that it all takes up. So, like, I'm doing good if I can make a 3x3 not feel like it's obtuse. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Ah, my fingers. Yes, I have shown you an elevator, but again, that was a compact thing in a space that I could already account for. And that elevator is really not that good anyway. But that's only because elevators in Minecraft are not that good, just because it's really more for show than anything else. It's fun to ride, but not much else. Glass pane's the most annoying block. Yeah, their hitbox does not do them any favors. There's something good about a tiny, narrow hitbox block, but also something nightmarish about it. Because I like the geometry that a glass pane adds. It doesn't take up the full block, but it gives you a sort of contrast between the block it's sitting on and the outside. And I like that. It gives you something to look at to a degree. It's excess geometry is the secret to building good in Minecraft. Most annoying are slabs in old Minecraft. Yeah, they were not. Those were not good. What about the iron bars? Yeah, they're no better than glass panes. At least iron bars used to serve a purpose. You could make them into like pseudo makeshift iron chains before we had actual iron chains. And that could passingly, convince you, oh, that's iron chains. That was pretty good. I like that. But that's a very, outdated thing to do now. So who needs to use iron chains, right? Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, it's getting late for me. I only started playing Minecraft in 2014, 2015, so most of the older things you missed out on. Well, I'm sorry you missed out on them. You're really not missing out on that much, but like, I can understand, because there are a lot of really cool things that happened in old Minecraft that are just not possible anymore. Like, for example, mob behaviors, certain exploits that you could readily take advantage of that are just kind of dead now. Yeah, I get it. 18, 16. Let's make this 19 instead, because I like working with odd numbers. Here we go. Anyway, sorry, got distracted by Discord there. People sending me messages on stream that I really wish they wouldn't. But anyway. Let's make this indent 3x3. Or no, that's 4x4. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. I feel like that should be bigger. There we go. It's more along the lines of what I wanted. Do I use shaders? Not usually. But I can show this place off with shaders later on. I think this is the exact center. Just by eyeballing it, yeah, that's the exact center. Cool. Okay, and so this is at 119, 120. Okay, so if I paste, it'll be that way, so I want to rotate this. Huh? Oh, I was about to say, that should have... But yeah. Minor glitch. There's been a lot of visual bugs with 1.18 rather. I don't get what the deal is with that, but oh well. 2, 3, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And then we once again rotate this. You go to bed, feed your dog. Okay, take care, Space Nerd. Man, keep up the grind. It's hella entertaining. Well, thank you. 3. You're very welcome, El Chapo. El Chapo. Okay. Rotate another 90. Paste again. Sort of like a series of cubes with a corner missing. It's funny, that's all. How to sleep? Go to bed and close your eyes. It's a difficult technique to master. Not everybody can. But it's okay. If you at first don't succeed, you know, try again. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man dug a new tunnel. Okay. I think that's just because the name is infamous, like with Jack the Ripper. It's not El Chapo. Actually, isn't El Chapo dead now? Or is he just in jail? I forget. Did they kill him yet or no? I know they plan on it. Personally, I mean, I wouldn't mind hearing of his execution. But I don't know how it is. There aren't any tutorials on how to wake up. Well, then maybe you ought to make one. Oh, fuck shit. If there's not a tutorial on it, and you know there isn't one, well, you should at least try to, you know, throw your hat in the ring and see what you can do about it. I don't know, it's just my 2 cents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Black there. Okay. Wait a minute. Something's not right here. 7. 9. 7. So 7. Okay. So somehow this layer right here, 9 blocks tall. Yeah, it got too big. That's easily fixed. There we go. Whoops. Pylons in the way. Okay. I like it. Whoops. Keep forgetting I gotta... specify an angle. Or a radius, I mean. Okay. Oh, hey, Duper Trooper. What's up, man? I didn't actually expect Jack add Duper Trooper and Space Falcon. No, I'm good. You should have been here earlier. I was ranting about gacha games and other predatory practices. I think you would have liked it. I don't know. You'll have to watch the VOD back. We'll see. Playing a game on your laptop right now, ran out of rocks, so do I kill people to make a new game? Option 3, make them suffer. What? Ran out of rocks? What are you talking about? That sounds thrilling. Yeah, I think it was thrilling. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I've kind of run out of energy for the stream, unfortunately. I'm out of coffee too, and I'm about to go to bed soon, so I don't want to make more. Used a hyper whale on one of them. What game is this exactly? Here's a story where your daughter spent a crap ton of the parents' money. Oh god. Yeah, Genshin will get you. That it will. Use Rockstar Houses, only have 52 left. Again, what game is this? What are you referring to, random noob? I can't really make sense of what you're asking. Forgot the name, found out. Okay. So what is it? Now where's a good middle point? Right here. Oh, he's just trolling. Okay. Whatever. I don't care then. Oh, wait. Let's rotate it 90. Paste that without error. Perfect. Oh shit, this is gonna hit the glass ceiling here in a sec. I don't know if I want to hit that. Wait a sec, is that not aligned? Damn, it isn't. No wonder. Huh? Okay, well, I guess I copied the whole thing wrong. Right. Make sure I'm on the dead center of the block before I copy. Maybe moving caused it to go to copy where I'd moved to instead of... we'll see. I hope that didn't, like, offset anything. There we go. It's all lined up as it should be now. I thought that was odd that these pillars were not correctly aligned. Okay, cool. Now I can rotate it 90 degrees. Because I can be guaranteed that even though I'm doing this, it should work. Cool. Rotate it another 90. Paste it with air this time, because I want it to pierce through. Yeah, and that way I can easily go in and out. Gotta go now. Oh, don't go yet, Duper. Let me show you all the shit that I done. This is the modern Space Valkyria 3. Before you vanish. Come on, load. Load, you bastard. Show him my magnum opus. Love how just chat has become his most recent streams. Well, I don't know. What are you talking about now? Works without mods. Invincibility. Oh, yeah. I don't know that it's a wise idea to use anything like invincibility, considering. Sadly, you couldn't kill them, but you made them all homeless. Oh, okay. No idea what you're talking about, but alright. You getting this, Dupa? Better not have walked out on me, son. I guess he did. Oh well. Kind of got a lot more stuff sprinkled here and there. It's not quite as sparse in some areas, though this section is still very open. And I don't like that. It's not as densely packed as the rest of the city. But hey, we'll get there. Now then, where was I with this? Oh wait, no. That's a, I didn't rotate that one. Here we go. Crowbar! Holy shit, crowbar, yay! Stick around, crowbar, I will show off the good stuff here in a sec. Let me make sure that didn't, okay, that doesn't breach sky limit. Cool. Alrighty. I can't remember the last time you were here, Crowbar. But 1.18's generation, or sorry, rendering. Oh, hey, diluted water. Has really, really improved. Like, 1.17 would struggle to load this stretch for some reason. How am I doing? I'm doing great. Let me make sure my, okay, so everything's pretty well good. I don't need to mess with any features. Anyway, so this is unfortunately the part of the city that is the most barren. This stream became a cool anime crossover. Well, it happens sometimes. From there to over here somewhere. I'm pretty sure that's the real Crowbar. I don't know. If people are faking, oh well. I've been meaning to show the place off a little bit anyway. I plan on making a good, high-quality cinematic of the whole place when I get to episode 100, which will be Thursday. That's when I'll start filming it anyway. And yeah, I'll have that to show off to everybody. To whoever wishes to know the status of Space Valkyria 3. Oh good, it is you, okay. Wasn't sure. So yeah, it's getting way more jam-packed. I've got buildings, I've got bridges, I've got highways and byways, I've got all sorts of things. Some of these buildings have interiors. Some of these buildings I've kind of foregone doing an interior on just because I'm so close to episode 100. I want to get a building out that you will see in the cinematic. You really won't see the inside of it till it's, you know, actually finished. So I don't have a reason to really bother too terribly much right now. But yeah, it's getting there. I just finished this building today, as a matter of fact, about an hour ago, I'd say. At least the exterior. I'm really in love with the style. And then I just started stacking this room concept design on top of itself like that. Not really sure where I'm going to take it, to be honest. Uh-oh. This is out of alignment. Gasp. Undo. Okay, so this would go right here. Watching all stream. Oh, really? Well, bless you, man. Thank you. You loved my rant. Okay, good. Not gonna lie, the new building looks like a Japanese apartment complex. Well, I mean, I do like me some Japanese modern art style. Okay. Okay, now that's the spiral I was going for. Alrighty then. See, that way it kind of looks like a plus shape. If you look at it from high up enough, it's a lot like a plus shape, though perspective is really kind of screwing with it. But yeah, it kind of looks like a plus shape. I don't know. Wow, damn. I wanna, okay. Just this one last time before episode 100, I'm gonna do a big bad everything. Timestamp to the rant. It's earlier on in the stream. I couldn't tell you when. This place is 1075 at its widest now. So you can kind of see the outline of the blue glass sort of marking the, you know, from the height to the bottommost level. That sort of thing. God. Yeah, you can see the top down, and then it's checkerboarding the glass. It's just going down a little bit by little bit by little bit. I put these, they're almost like cables. Obviously, they're chains. But I put these chains here to sort of act as a pseudo support for the animal ring here. Since that's, you know... I mean, it's floating in space. It doesn't need support so much as it needs to be tethered to one another. Because things in space will float apart from one another. So if you don't tether them in place in a certain way, they drift apart. You know, that sort of thing. I've been experimenting quite a lot with a lot of various designs. Yes, so much to load in. I loaded your dimensional bridge in the other day when I got the world download for Entopia. And I was actually amazed at how compact it all was. I thought it was a much bigger build than it turned out to be. But also how compact and yet how far-flung a lot of things were at Entopia in the first place. I couldn't believe that we'd built so close to each other, yet it all seemed so far apart. And yet it was kind of far apart. I don't know. I guess the 2B2T render distance really kind of messed with my head, as it were. I don't know. Thoughts of changing the chains to obsidian? No. Chains exist for a reason. I'm using them. I love chains. They're such a good addition. Aesthetically speaking. They don't do shit. But they look good. And that's good enough for me for some things. Did I ever show the underside to you, Crowbar? I don't know that I ever did. Yeah, the underside of the disc has an ass ton of these floating sort of pylon ring things. Just hanging out under here. Well, they're under here now. They're all in perfect alignment with one another. They're mini Valkyria. Not really. Oh, and speaking of Valkyria. He means mini space Valkyrias. They're just flotation. They just sort of help keep the thing aloft. I don't know. I've kind of got like this conflicting feeling like, is it floating in space or is it hovering with gravity? Because like Minecraft doesn't really have an anti-gravity kind of thing to it. So I'm sort of like toying with both ideas, I guess. But anyway, speaking of, let me quickly shrink the render distance before I go back to the overworld because it will rape my computer. There we go. So this is a return portal. Dumps me back here. This is the original Space Valkyria with an end portal snugly fit at the top. And I intend to finish Space Valk 1 in addition to Space Valkyria 3. This was just kind of like an experiment I was doing. Nothing really special there. But yeah, that's the original Space Valk 1. It blew me away when I updated 1.18 and realized that at sea level here, at around, what, 63, 62, I could paste in the original Space Valkyria and have the whole thing exist snugly between sea level and the new height limit of 319. And everything be kosher. I think like right here is the tallest. Yeah, right there is the tallest block at 319. And everything would be fine. Because like back in the day, this was just so magnificently, magnanimously big for its time period that, of course, this occupied all 255 buildable blocks. And now, this is only 1/3. Or no, sorry, 2/3. My bad. This is only 2/3 of the world. The world grew by 33%. Look at how much there is beneath the surface. It's just so much more. You could fit a half of a Space Valk inside this area, yet still. It just blows me away. Like, I knew what the math was on paper when they toyed with the idea of upping the world height, but like knowing what it is on paper and seeing it in person is just totally different. You can't compare the two. It's just apples and oranges, you know? You love the screw shape. I love the screw shape too, in all honesty. I do too. It's unique. But it's really not that unique because many different things have a square shape to them. I'm going to put a bed here. I think this is the first time I've ever slept in this world. So yeah, that'll do it. Oh, one last thing actually. I really love how this place looks with shaders in the overworld. Shaders don't really, like, it's okay in the end. It's not amazing, but it's okay. But in the overworld, holy shit, shaders just, they do something for this place. I don't know what, but it has that certain je ne sais quoi that you just can't get in the end. I guess it's because the sun exists. I don't know. I kind of wanted to do another sort of Space Valk inspired secondary build here, made out of the newer stuff like deep slate, some blackstone, with a heavier water motif. Not really sure if I'm going to follow through on that or not, if it's even going to matter. So yeah, this is it. Only 2 more episodes. Episode 99, what is it? Day after Wednesday. Yeah. Look forward to it, everybody. And with that, I will see you all tomorrow for Freeform Tuesday. I will be playing more Octopath Traveler. And, oh, what the fuck? Stop. And then Wednesday will be Space Valk. And that'll be it. Turbine gave a different feel to Incursion by putting it in the overworld. Yes, I know. The overworld has a magic to it. At least with shaders. You don't really get that with the end. Like, for example, in the end right now, there's this sort of misty look to it, which I like, but you can also tell that there's a light source coming from somewhere. I cast a shadow. Like, what's up with that? You teleport onto this place here. This used to be a giant storage area back when we used the chunk dupe. But of course, there's no point to it. All it did was lag. Destroyed my frame rate. There's no real point to it. Got rid of all the chests. World download didn't even save the items I had in it anyway, so it didn't matter. There are going to be lots more of these minecart tunnels around, just because they're fun. Just to ride in a minecart tunnel, take you wherever. Oh, hey, Jay. How you been, man? The Anarchy Skyblock base. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't know that I'll do that, but it's not a bad one. Anarchy Skyblock is smaller than Space Valk, though. And this is, of course, what it looks like without, or with shaders in the end, I mean. Pretty dope. Oh, okay, you've been here, okay. Alright. I'm going for real this time. I'm signing off. Let me get back to where I was initially. I do kind of want to see what the building I made today looks like. This. Okay. With shaders, I mean. And then that. Okay. Well, I will be polishing up on this building come Wednesday. Until then, let me kill the shaders so that you can actually see me. See Valkyria. Well, I don't know about see Valkyria, but yeah. Oh, fuck. That didn't happen. I will catch y'all Wednesday. Well, tomorrow if you so choose. But yeah, take care, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for giving me your time and your attention. And I will catch y'all tomorrow. Bye.